Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about my 75 hard journey. Today is April 16th and I finished exactly a month ago but never got around to recording, but that journey really has stuck with me and I would love to share it with more people so that if you're interested in revolutionizing your life, you know that this is a blueprint that really does work. This journey has completely changed the way I see myself spiritually, emotionally, physically, and I'm definitely gonna go into all of the ways that things have shifted for me and how I've maintained these changes over this past month. Let's go all the way back to the start, which was January 1st of this year. I really felt like I was just not executing things that I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do. I had the framework for it. I wrote down the steps, the to-dos, but to actually do it, like, I wasn't waking up at 5 a.m. I was waking up at 7 and rushing to do things, rushing to the gym, rushing to get back home, taking a shower like 10 minutes before I had to start work, and I just felt so rushed and so suffocated by, this rat race of life that we live in. And there is a way to take control of it. And I think a big part of it starts at waking up early, and in particular 5 a.m. There's just something about waking up at 5 a.m. that helps to just fully prepare me for the day. And yeah, I wasn't doing that. That was the number one thing I could have done to be helping myself and to get to my goals, and it just wasn't happening. But 75 hard helped get me there. So I needed something to recommit me to my goals, to my plan, and just to stick to it. And just in case you're not familiar with what 75 hard is, let me go to my notes because I always forget at least one thing when I'm talking to people about 75 hard. So it's 2 45-minute workouts a day. One has to be outside. You have to follow a diet of your choice, but no cheat meals, no alcohol for 75 days. You have to drink 1 gallon of water, which is 128 ounces. Literally 2.5 of these I had to drink every day. You have to read 10 pages of a personal development book, nonfiction, and take a progress photo every single day. If you miss anything, you start back at day 1 and you lose your progress. But really, like, what are you really losing? Because if you make it 40 days in and then you have to start back at day 1, you're gonna get even more results by the end, because you will have, let me do math real quick, 80, 90, 100. You'll have over 110 days of 75 hard if you fail. So I kind of wish that I did fail so that I would have more days of this, because I'm honestly sad that it's over. It's been tough this past month not doing 75 hard, but I found ways to incorporate it more into my day, because those 2 workouts a day really are difficult, and I was happy to not have to do it, and now I have the option to do a second workout, which is nice. Let's talk about the physical transformation for a little bit. And this wasn't the biggest part for me. I was surprised by what happened because I didn't think I had much to lose in terms of weight or body fat, but boy, I did. I definitely did. I went from 165 pounds, and I think I'll put some pictures here so you guys could see. I went from 165 pounds, which I thought was fine. But yeah, I lost a lot of weight. I went down to 149 by the end of 75 hard, and I went from 29% body fat, 29% body fat, down to 20% body fat. And going down to 20% body fat has been a goal of mine for a while, but I didn't think that I would have to lose weight to get there. I thought I could just, change my fat into muscle and be good. But yeah, I lost 16 pounds. Yeah, let me see. Whoa. Why can't I do math right now? 165. Yeah, I lost 16 pounds and I went down 8 or 9% in body fat. And I have gained a little bit of weight over the past month. I went from 149 to about 152. So like 3 pounds, very minimal, because I'm not walking every day outside for 45 minutes anymore. And I'm also lifting heavier. And so I think it's mostly muscle, but I'm happy with how I look, how I feel. And that brings me to the mental and emotional shift that I've experienced with 75 Hard. Before 75 Hard, I didn't realize how many promises I was breaking with myself. Like I told you, I wasn't waking up. I wasn't waking up on time. My alarm would go off for 5:30, 6 a.m. and I would sleep in. I wasn't keeping that promise to myself. I would say I would go to the gym Monday through Saturday, but I would skip Friday and Saturday a lot of the time. And yeah, that's another promise I wasn't keeping to myself. I would say I'd drink water, eat, or clean. Again, another broken promise. This challenge forced me to confront myself and ask myself, why am I giving up on me? Why am I not showing up for myself 100%? Maybe I was showing up 75, 80%, but why can't I show up 100? And maybe it won't be every day, but it was every day with 75 Hard. But it taught me that, you have to show up for yourself. Just show up and do what you need to do. Even if I open up the journal and I write one line, that's okay. Even if I go to the gym and I do 3 workouts instead of my normal 6 or 9, no treadmill, that's okay because I showed up, and something is better than nothing. Around week 3, something just clicked for me with 75 Hard. I stopped waiting for motivation and I just leaned into my discipline. It wasn't about being perfect. It was about showing up for myself every single day, whether I felt like it or not, rain, snow, sleet, or shine. And with that consistency came confidence. I trusted in myself again. It became deeply spiritual for me at some point in 75 Hard. My walks became moments for prayer. 45 minutes of prayer and just appreciating God's creation and listening to the birds and just really grounding myself in God and just what he wants for me, really listening to him more and what he wants for me in my life. Just really fully trusting him and leaning into him. I even got to a point where I've continued this. I do not touch my phone in the morning until I've talked to God in some way, whether it's picking up my Bible, praying to him, thanking him for allowing me to wake up and open my eyes in the morning. And it wasn't always that way. I would always pray in the morning or pick up my Bible, read a Bible verse, but it wouldn't be before I picked up my phone. Now, like, I'll touch my phone or I'll be like, oh, I want to pick it up and check Instagram or check my messages, but I'll always think again. It's like, don't slip up. You haven't done this in such a long time. Don't go scrolling. Pick up your Bible, talk to God, get on your knees and pray. And that has become such a norm for me, and I just love it because every morning, I'm starting my day with God, and what better way for me to start my day? Discipline used to feel like punishment, but it's really love. Having discipline is telling yourself you matter. You matter enough to follow through. And this mindset has overflowed into every other area of my life. Relationships, business, boundaries, family, everything. You matter. When you have discipline, nothing will stop you from being a part of that person's life and what they do. You're going to make space and room for the things that matter. And I reflected on so much during those walks, and I realized that I've been accepting subpar in some areas of my life, and it's allowed me to really lean into myself and lean into God and see where he wants to take me. And I'm still allowing him to do his work to see what needs to be done. Now that I've completed 75 Hard, people do ask me, how do I stay consistent now that it's over? What am I doing? And the truth is, I have made it a lifestyle. Like I said, I'm not doing the 2-a-days anymore. At times I will. Like today I'm going to a cycle class at my gym, but this morning I did a 2-hour workout, and that's gonna feel good. I did the same thing yesterday because I have the time this week. But I still drink my water, I still move daily, and I still nourish my mind and my soul through books and just really focusing on allowing positive things into my life, things that are going to nourish my soul and my mind. So if you are thinking about doing 75 Hard, this is your sign. Feel free to ask me any questions. And if you want another video, or maybe I didn't touch on something that you wanted to know about, let me know. I'll make a video on it or respond to you. And know that you're strong enough. You're strong enough to do 75 hard, no matter what you think of yourself, no matter how you see yourself. Just try it. Try it for a day, then try it for 7 days. Just keep pushing yourself and see what happens, because you deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve to feel connected to yourself and just feel amazing about you, which is what 75 hard has done for me. If you've done the challenge or you're starting soon, feel free to comment below. I'd love to support you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reminder of their power. Love you all. See you in the next video.